Growing up, always loved animals, nature, reptiles and amphibians have always been a really big part of the passion for me. As going through college, I figured out fish might actually be maybe a bit more up my street. So diverse, loads of different shapes, sizes, colours. Explored it a bit further and thought, this is what I want to do now. So my name's Josh Dance, so I'm an aquarist at Bristol Aquarium. An aquarist is essentially like a zookeeper, but for aquatic animals, essentially. So I went to college and I'd done animal management diploma. I worked in aquatic stores and done an internship at another public aquarium, and I've got my sort of way into the aquarium and started working here 4.5 years ago. So the aquarium is really interesting here. Bristol Aquarium is really diverse. There's loads of different types of animals, but also quite a small team relatively for the site. So it means that we are quite broad. We get involved in every single aspect of it. In terms of what I feel like I know best is probably our freshwater fish. And that's where I've probably got the most experience and sort of knowledge from that background. But luckily we get to play with absolutely every single part of the aquarium. In this tank, we've got some wrasses, but also a very large grouper called Sheila. And they change sex as they grow up. So they're all born either female or male. And then the biggest, the most dominant one generally changes into the opposite sex as they grow up. Sheila is our resident giant grouper, or Queensland grouper. So they're known as the largest bony fish on the Great Barrier Reef, so really big apex predator. And Sheila currently is maybe about 7 or 8 years old, and they're a very long-lived fish, so they can reach over 80 years in total. So she's got a long way to go, and because of that, they can get a lot bigger than what Sheila is currently. Definitely not fully grown. On average, they'll get to around 2 meters in length, and the biggest one ever was 2.7 meters, so really, really incredible size. And she arrived here probably around about 4 years ago now, and she was quite a bit smaller. She was only around about a ruler length, and we had her in quarantine in a separate tank, trained her up to her target. So she's got a little target that she comes over to get her food. So we trained her all up ready to go into the tank with all the fish that were much bigger than she is, and now she's outgrown them all. Day-to-day tasks for an aquarist is generally quite broad. So we'll get in, make a cup of tea, have a little chat about what we're going to do throughout the day, and then we'll start by opening the aquarium. So that's walking around, looking at all the animals, making sure they're all sort of happy, healthy, and we'll make sure all the equipment's running. And then we go start food prep. We'll make all the diets for the day, put it all into the fridge, make sure it's all sort of labelled, we'll have vitamins for the fish, lots of feeding, lots of cleaning, so it will go from there. And then we can start by doing our daily talks. Generally is the next thing that we go on to. Bristol Aquarium gives you lots of talks throughout the day. We have talks on different areas of the aquarium, so you've got lots of different types of animals to talk about. And yeah, we can sort of customize it as we go along, which makes it really exciting. When there's more sort of scientific research coming out, you can update it and keep it fresh as well, which is really, really fun. And generally when there's a big crowd, everyone's a little bit sort of more into it sometimes, and you can even get people to kind of get involved in it as well. If you've got a passion for the ocean, and the best thing is getting down to your local aquarium and visiting, seeing all the cool animals that are out there. And when you see all those animals and all their adaptations, you begin to appreciate it a lot more. And through that, we can hopefully protect them. Understanding what's out there, especially around our coastline, is a really big thing, because if we don't know what's out there, we don't know how to protect it. And I think that's one of the key things of getting people involved in it, and then hopefully protecting it for future generations.